Welcome to ENGR 291, Experimental Design and Technical Writing. When we think about technical communications, whether they are written or oral, some of the questions we might ask ourselves are, why do we communicate? How do we communicate? And who do we communicate with? These are all really critical questions as we think about technical communications that engineers will participate in, both in their internships and in their careers. Because technical communications vary from other styles that you have already practiced in your introductory communication class and in your other English classes, it's important to note the differences. For oral communications, engineers will often find themselves in various types of meetings, and a lot of them can seem very informal. You might be in large or small groups. There's a lot of discussions where you're brainstorming or troubleshooting or planning with other people from other departments. There's actually a term for a walk and talk, which is literally just walking and talking. But a lot of times in industry environments, you find yourself having a lot of your planning and meetings taking place while you are actually going from one place to another. And of course, there are the occasional phone calls. There's also formal discussions where you might be doing large or small group presentations. You could have one-on-one meetings with performance reviews or some sort of confidential information that needs to be discussed. And again, you can have formal phone calls. Now, these oral communications and meetings also have the opportunity to be conducted online using Zoom technologies or Microsoft Teams or some other items that we'll talk about in Chapter 2 as well. For our written communications, we do have what I would consider to be informal styles of writing that can be to large or small groups or individuals, and that would primarily involve text and emails. But when we are doing our business communications, even if they are considered informal, it's important that we still remember our audience and our objectives of each type of communication we experience. For formal written communication, again, the audience can be either large or small groups or individuals and involve emails, memos, executive summaries, technical reports, proposals, and more. As engineers, you find yourself writing lab reports and research papers, technical summaries, and then of course, in our program, you'll be doing a pre-senior design report and a senior design report. Those are very similar in some ways to the styles that we will be practicing in this course. And so what you learn in this class is not only for what you will do in the workforce, but also what you will do here in your classes. I also find that engineering interns often spend a lot more time writing than they expect to. Some of these include standard work, which can also be called a standard operating procedure or work instruction. Many of our interns have worked on customer proposals or job bids, and nearly all of our engineering interns have to do some sort of project summary from their summer internships and what they've done while they were working at that particular company. Because of this, we find that all of our engineering students are doing lots of writing, both within their programs, in their internships, and as they move on to their initial careers, which is part of what makes this course so important. It's foundational not only to the work that you'll do while you're here in school, but also the work that you will do in your work experience as an intern, as a newly hired engineer, and throughout your career. So what if you hate writing? It's not uncommon for me to encounter students that really don't enjoy writing. They're engineers, they want to do hands-on activities, and writing may not be their favorite activity. But it's important to think of writing as a skill that can be learned. There are specific techniques you can practice to be a competent writer. And as discussed, all of these things are going to help you in your engineering career. And in Chapter 2, we'll be talking about some of the resources that are available through technology. This course will also help by providing outlines, rubrics, assignment guidelines to help you think of your writing as a skill with specific outcomes that can be accomplished, even if you don't necessarily enjoy the process. And so I welcome you to the course and invite you to join us in Chapter 1.